So here's the next episode of the workbench build. It's the installation of the woodworking bench vise. So what I got is the 9-inch woodworking bench vise, and inside the box it's just the actual vise itself. And what's really nice about this bench vise is that it has a quick release function. Also a mechanism for the bench dogs. So yung unang step in installing the bench vise is we fit the bench vise itself to the table. And then as we fit it, meron siyang 10mm offset sa ibabaw ng bench table. So what I did to compensate that is I cut a piece of wood or same wood, pine din, which is about 15mm. I just glued it and brad nailed it to the table. Sa pagkabit ng mismong vise, I need to put in pilot holes, and then I used I think 3.5 inches na lag bolts para dito. So nung na-install ko na yung mismong vise, I made sure na yung feature para sa bench dogs, this one, is nakalagpas sa tabletop. In that way, I can use the feature nung paggamit ng bench dogs. So nung nakabit na yung mismong vise sa may table, what I needed to do next was install a bench jaw or vise jaws para dito sa may vise. What I used are 2 planks, 3 inches thick na acacia. And yung unang kailangang isigurado ko is dapat medyo or malapit na siya sa ibabaw or kapantay na siya ng ibabaw ng tabletop. Not necessarily eksaktong-eksakto na abad na pantay. Nag-iwan siguro ako ng mga 1mm para at the end part of the build, pwede ko siyang katamin or linisin para maging pantay na sila. So in this part, I marked the shape of the plate nung inner jaw. Reason for that is, gusto ko kasing yung first jaw ko, yung first plank ko, is nakalapad sa table. And para mangyari yun, kailangan kong ukain yung mismong kahoy para pumasok tong plate. So what I got was 20mm. And I'm gonna transfer that measurement sa router, which is 20mm. And that's the time I'm gonna chunk out the material dun sa may mismong plank. First thing I did was I used a chisel to shape out the actual, yung shape nung kailangan kong i-route. And then I used the router to creep in dun sa may line na ginawa ko. So hindi eksaktong-eksakto lagi yung pagra-route dun sa may mismong line. Mag-iwan kayo ng, or nag-iwan ako ng mga 1 to 2mm, and then after that, I cleaned it up with a chisel. So after meron na akong guide, I used a different bit for the router, which is the pattern bit, 10mm. So what it does is that it has a bearing sa may ibabaw niya, and then that bearing would serve as your guide pag nagra-router na kayo. So siya yung babangga dun sa may guide nyo para yung pag-carve out ng material straight from the top hanggang sa may ilalim. Just like what's happening here. So I did that for the entire shape hanggang sa nakuha ko na yung perfect na uka or shape ng plate natin. And then after that, pansin nyo yung middle part iniwan ko kasi kailangan merong patungan yung router ko while doing the edges. And then pag nakuha ko na yung buong sukat niya sa sides, that's the time I'm gonna hug out the material sa gitna naman using the same router bit. So once it's cleaned, finit ko na siya dun sa may plate. So yung measurement was exactly what I needed. And then for the second jaw, hinigpit ko lang yung vise para ma-fix ko na yung final location niya. And then pagka nakahigpit na yon, merong dalawang butas sa may vise, which is my guide kung saan ako maglalagay ng mga bolts para ma-fix yung actual vise and jaws as well. So I just drilled through and through para pagkatanggal ko, meron na akong mga marks kung saan ako magbubutas ng mga bolts na ilalagay ko. So it's off to the drill press. Doon ko naman gagawin yung parang pag-countersink, kumbaga, dun sa mga ulo ng mga bolts na gagamitin. So just like when you're doing countersink sa screws, it's the same thing. Dapat nakalubog yung ulo niya because you need a super flat surface sa inner part ng vise. Ginamit ko dito is I think 5-inch lag bolts para mas malalim yung kain nung mismong bolt sa may kahoy. And then for the other side, what I used were carriage bolts. So, ang tagus naman niya is dun sa mismong mukha ng vise ko. And to fix it, I just placed 2 washers and yung mismong nut nung carriage bolt. So, at this point, it's already a working vise. Kasi pwede mo na siyang gamitin kung ano man yung purpose niya. But then again, remember at the early part of the video, sabi ko sa inyo, wag yung isakto muna yung pinakaibabaw na pagkakalapat niya. This is the time you make those adjustments dun sa may outer jaw. So, like this one, meron siyang konting-konting sobra. So, I hammered it down, sanded it to make it perfectly flat sa may ibabaw. Now, binaklas ko muna yung outer jaw to round off the corner that it had. Aesthetically, isa siyang point, pero para hindi ko tamaan siya pag gumagamit ako ng vise. And this is how it looks when it was done. All I need now is a material sa gitna ng mismong vise para pag humahawak siya ng kahoy, hindi masira or ma-damage yung kahoy na gagamitin ko. And the material of choice dun sa may gitna is cowhide leather. Why leather? Because unlike rubber na nadudurog and pagka malamig, umiinit, nasisira siya, yung leather, kahit gamitin siya ng gamitin, lalo pa siyang nagiging durable. So, para nag-install ka lang ng laminate, contact cement on both sides. So, in this case, the wood and the leather. And then, once it's dry to the touch, that's the time that you're gonna stick it together. So, this is for both sides. Ito yung inner jaw. And then, pagkadikit, dinidinan ko lang ng basahan para mas kumapit or mas lapat. And then, off to the second side. Or yung outer jaw naman. Now, malaki yung pasobra ko sa may leather. Just like what you're seeing here. So it's just a matter of getting a sharp razor and then gupitin lang lahat ng excess or a cutter. Hindi ko alam kung bakit, pero dito sa may part na to, there's a weird satisfying sensation that I feel every time na nagugupit or nagka-cutter ng mga material na ganito. Weird. Para sa finishing, I just use beeswax. Natural beeswax, unscented. Protection, and then again, para lumabas din yung ganda ng kahoy, which is acacia. And that's it. This is how it looks. Completely finished. Pinaka natuwa ako dito sa may pagka-round over nung kanto nung second jaw. I think it gave it a little more cleaner look. So just to give you a sample of the different usage of this vise. Here's one. When you're gluing up and you need an extra hand or kailangan itayo mo yung piece mong ina-assemble, this is a perfect feature of the bench. And another one is when you're trying to route out something and kailangan yung router mo is, or yung ira-route na material is kailangan isang pasada or dire-diretso. This is a perfect clamping feature ng vise. Kasi wala siyang abala na clamp. So, dire-diretso lang yung trabaho. So that's it. That's the installation of the bench vise, and I hope you subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell para updated kayo sa different videos na ilalabas pa. Pero para bigyan ko kayo ng preview, this is the next episode, the single action table lift. So dun sa may first video, may mga nagtanong kung paano ko raw ginawa yung table lift na single action. So that's the third episode coming, and sana panoorin niyo rin yan. So again, thanks for watching.